Let me just start by really very excited for our guys, how they played. Obviously, this is something that we needed to do. We needed to be able to bounce back. We needed to be able to come back off, a very difficult game last week and be able to perform at the level that we think we're capable of. And really looking at what they do, and who they are. Bo Cordell, first off, there's a reason he's the all-time leading passer in the history of Division II. He is very, very good, very, very gifted. We knew he'd be able to connect on some things. Our main thing was we wanted to keep him out of the end zone, and we wanted to keep them from obviously scoring. And I think, except for two really lapses on our part defensively in the third quarter, we got really what we wanted. Very excited how he came out and played offensively. Luke Charles, extremely efficient. Rontonio Stanley, we wanted to feature him, give him a ton of carries, give him a ton of reps, see what that would look like, and it paid off. And he was very difficult to bring down. Rontonio, I think, over the course of the season, still averaging right around 8 yards a carry. So very pleased with how he performed and, what we were trying to do. Another big day by B.J. Bunn, T-Vel Williams. T-Vel, 6 catches, 85 yards, 1 touchdown, but we threw deep to T-Vel, couldn't connect, but the fact that we did that 3 or 4 times just opened up everything else for everybody. And I think the other guys were the recipients of T-Vel getting roll coverage, T-Vel getting double teamed, T-Vel getting different things. And so Luke did a good job finding those guys. Excited for how we play it, and very happy for our team to get this win at home, keep the perfect streak at home going, and looking forward to a short, great week coming up, getting ready for Valdosta.
All right, so what does it mean? What was behind getting that big offensive output today, 60 points and over 500 yards on total offense?
Well, just a great combination of the offensive line doing what they're doing. We did not get sacked. Anytime you don't get sacked, anytime you don't turn the ball over, you give yourself a chance to be successful. And we punted 1 time. I believe we had 1 3 and out offensively. So we were clicking. Luke was on. And that's the result, of what you see. I'm looking at his stats, 30 of 46. I would say 7 of those incompletions are probably deep shots. And we wanted to find a way to get that deep shot. We wanted to find a way to make that work. We connected on 2 of those with BJ, and we connected on 1 of those with T-Vel, and it paid off.
Well, how important was it for you guys to get the win tonight, given that you guys had lost last week?
Yeah, no, I think it's huge. This game, everybody, when you look at the schedule, everybody was talking, big game at Valdosta, all that. This is the big. Anytime you're playing a game after a loss, that's the biggest game you got. So it's huge to get this victory. It keeps us right where we want to be. Keeps us right where we want to be in regional rankings. And our goal is to finish this the right way and to put our team in the position where it can have a playoff opportunity. And we're still doing that right now. So that was huge.
How do you prepare for the short turnaround against Valdosta, who was number 1 ranked and then dropped last 2 games, dropped out, but still a tough opponent?
Well, tough opponent, tough place to play, and a short week to do it. So we've got a lot of work to get done in a short amount of time. We've been talking about this since we were able to make this arrangement as to how we need to approach it, what this week needs to look like. I like our plan. We'll be back tomorrow with a practice and a lift and meetings. And then we just got to be smart on Monday and Tuesday as to how we use our players and what we're trying to accomplish. That was the reason, we were very fortunate. We had about 75 snaps on offense. I think about 70 official plays on offense when we were able to get our starters out and play some other guys, which I think was crucial to, us being able to rest and us being able to get ready for next week.
Well, since we're kind of looking ahead, what are you expecting out of that game on Thursday?
Well, I'm expecting the national champions. They've got a game right now. They're about midway through it. I don't know what the score is versus Delta, but they've got a great game on their hands right now. If they win it, we're both fighting for playoffs. So I expect that to be a playoff type atmosphere game.
What can you say about, I believe it was that Fulton? Yeah, Brandon Fulton, and he had that late interception return.
Well, it was an amazing run, number one, because I thought he was down on 2 occasions. So to keep going, for that to happen, the other 10 guys on defense have to be doing something right. And Coach Richardson and our staff do a very good job of, you get an interception, where do you need to be? We treat it like a punt return. We treat it like a wall, try to get to the outside, try to get a block somewhere in there, and they did that very well. And once he got cleared from that first wave, where we thought he was down and then he kept going, it was fun. I mean, he's going to outrun some offensive linemen now. So I think that's all that was left.
Coach, national rankings, I mean, you guys were top 10. We told you guys don't watch the national rankings. Now that poll comes out, that means something. What did you tell your guys this week?
Well, I told them with the national rankings, we told them from the beginning, that has no bearing on the playoffs. That is a nice deal during the season. And when the regional rankings came out and we were 3rd in our region, I said, you're a top 10 team. I mean, you're 9 through 12 somewhere in the nation. Don't worry about anything else. And if we can stay on course, we'll stay right in there and we'll secure a playoff spot. So once it happened, once they saw it, then they started to believe. I mean, we dropped 10 spots in one and 12 in the other. Great. Keep voting the way you want to. That's fine. But when the regional rankings came out, we figured we'd be one of the top teams. And we continue to win. Obviously, next week, our last D2 game of the season. It's a huge game for us. We take care of business there. We'll be right where we want to be. All right. Thank you all.
All right, thanks, guys.
Turn it over to Mr. Charles. There you go.